guys go out and get pizza a lot of times.
Yep.
How did that all come together this year?
I thought it was awesome, just getting to spend some time with the guys, and I thought we had a great training camp. There was none of those bad days where it's just no energy. Everybody kind of brought their own motivation and motivated each other, and so I thought it was a really good training camp, and it was good to kind of be here with the guys and kind of build that team chemistry that you're going to need throughout a season.
What the bill on the dinners this year?
I think it kind of goes here and there, so we'll keep that secret.
Coach said you're maybe not going to play it much at all, maybe in this game on Friday. It's a little bit different than what it's been in the past. You want to play a lot, but
yeah, I'll be prepared to play. I think I go into every single game with the mentality of you don't know how much you're going to get in there, so whenever you do get reps, you just try to maximize those, and so I'll go through my normal routine and be ready to go, and we'll see how it gets as we get there, but I'll be prepared to play for however many snaps that is.
Looks like you had a good time today. How much enjoyment you get out of being the scout team quarterback for a day?
Yeah, it's fun. You get to push the envelope a little bit. You get to try stuff even more than you would try at a regular training camp practice. And so worked on kind of my fakes and stuff like that, trying to get the defense to bite on fakes and stuff. And then try to throw it into tighter windows. Sometimes those things are circled, but you want to still try to fit it in there and get the completions. And so it's a different type of competitive thing that you go through, and you're trying to beat the defense whenever they are kind of set up to succeed.
How'd you learn about the team at camp?
Yeah, I think you learned. I didn't learn this, but you know how hungry these guys are. I started in OTAs, and guys are ready to compete. They're ready to get out there and prove who we are. And we have a lot of young guys, and I think it's bringing a lot of energy to the team to add with the veteran leadership that we have. And so I'm excited for the team and excited to get out there. And we got a good last few preseason games, and then we have a great early schedule. So I think guys are really ready to get out there and showcase who we are.
Patrick, a couple of those young guys on the left side of your offensive line, what did you see in their progression over the weeks out here?
I thought they learned a ton. Obviously they're talented and they have the physical abilities, but being tested by Spags every single day, you have to learn how to not make the same mistakes twice, and they did a good job of that. And so we'll continue to get better and better as they continue to get more and more reps. I thought they did a great job just getting better and better each and every day at training camp, and we have to continue to build that throughout the season.
You guys practice hard out here, but also the regular season is a different piece. What is the difference in putting that together in a regular season?
Yeah, I think you don't have the reps, I guess you would say. obviously you get so many reps at training camp that when you make a mistake, you kind of get another chance at it. Versus in the regular season, you make that mistake, it could be the difference of a game. And so for them, it's just they're making their mistakes now. They're learning from their mistakes, so that when we get to the regular season, they can execute and not make those mistakes in the game. And so this is what it's all about. That's why we have so many reps at camp. That's why we practice at the pace that we practice at, because you want to be able to get those mistakes out of the way now, so that when you're in the season, you're not making those mistakes in kind of those do or die type situations in the game.
I'm not sure this is everybody's first choice of where they would want to train, but when you finish this, is there a sense of accomplishment or gratification that you kind of survived a month of this?
No, yeah, it's I like it out here. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's the best practice fields that you could possibly have, and the weather kind of held off pretty. Except for one day, it was pretty good weather all year long, and even though the dorms I could do without the dorms, but everything else, I have fun out here, and I'm excited to get home now and see my kids. But at the same time, you kind of get away and you focus just on football, and it kind of locks you in for whenever you go back. You're in football season and you're not in that off season kind of mode, and so it's good to get away from here, get away from home for a little bit, and just focus just on football. But I'm definitely excited to see the kids when I get back.
We'll go across the room, start with Pete. Go ahead, Pete.
Patrick, yesterday you played the crossbar game, and you've done games like that at camp. Is there something more than just the enjoyment of playing the game to get from that?
Yeah, it keeps competition going. We have competition in that quarterback room, and we want to have healthy competition and fun and keep stuff motivated. And so I think the coaches do a great job. If you see us sometimes when we're in individual, we're doing drills and we're working on footwork and stuff like that. But they keep it fun, too, where we're doing drills where you're working on accuracy like crossbar, and stuff like that in pressure type situations with everybody watching. We like to do it with the fans are out there, so there's no hiding. You got to do it where everybody sees it, and so it puts you in. I'm not gonna say game-like situations, but it puts you in a place where there's pressure on you. You got to be accurate and make throws, and so it's definitely a lot of fun. We came up short yesterday. I didn't get the throw on that last one. I blame Nags. So if I'd have got one throw, I thought we were gonna win.
Patrick, just what was your reaction when you saw the news maybe before most of us did that Taylor's going to go on Travis's podcast, and Did you know a new album was coming?
No, it surprised me too. I mean, I knew before y'all did, just because like they called me after the podcast was done. They didn't call me; they called Brittany, and I was like in the back of the FaceTime. But I knew that I'm obviously super excited. I mean, just knowing Taylor and seeing the process from just a little bit closer of how she makes the albums, it's gonna be amazing because how much work she puts into it, and what better place to announce it than the New Heights podcast, where I feel like she can be herself and showcase who she is. And I think people are going to be really excited to watch it tonight. I haven't seen it yet. I've seen a little bit of the clips just like everybody else, but I'll be tuned in tonight at, I think it's 7 Eastern. So I'll be able to have something to watch here on this night off that I have.
With the preseason schedule the way it is now, if you didn't play much on Friday, would you like to play some in that third preseason game just so there's not a long layoff until week 1?
I always want to play. So it's kind of like I always want to be out there and playing. And like you can say that you don't want to play, and then you get to the game, and it's like, man, I want to be in the game and playing with playing a game with my teammates. And so at the end of the day, I trust in Coach Reed and his process, and he has a reason for everything that he does. And so, like I said, I'll be ready to play this week, tomorrow, and if I get to play, I'll be ready to go, and if I don't, I'll be ready to go again the next week. And if I'm not, I'll be just as energized on the sideline as I would be if I was playing in the game. And so I trust in Coach Reed fully, and so whatever his decision is, I'll be ready to go out there and get the most I can out of it.
Spags spilled the tea earlier about the Chris Jones rule, which I'm assuming you knew about.
I don't know if the Chris Jones rule
Chris Jones rule, after Chris strained his calf back in the practice for the playoffs a few years ago, chasing you.
Oh, yeah, I do know this rule. Yeah, no. Yeah, he says that. I think I'm faster than him. But no, it's when Chris wants to disrupt a play in a game, he can disrupt it. And so like you saw at some points of practice yesterday, it's like Chris was just pissed off, and he like just ruined the entire period for the offense. And that's just the type of player he is like he can do that. And so that's why he's gonna have a gold jacket one day, and it's because he at any moment can disrupt an entire game. And so. The chasing thing, I think he's just I'm quick. I think I just make him miss too much. But he can say it's the Chris rule if he wants to.
Last 3 guys, we're going to go Neil, McKenzie, and then Todd. Go ahead, Neil.
How much does it hurt you that you haven't had 5 out there, being able to play with him and get up to speed with him?
I mean, I always want more and more reps. I mean, I think that's everything. But I think he's done a great job progressing in the rehab process, and so hopefully this soon, really soon, we get to get back on the field again. And I know it won't be in front of the fans and stuff like that, but he'll get enough work in. We have enough weeks left that he'll get the work, and he's gotten the mental work, he's gotten the walkthrough work inside the building. And so we talk all the time on the sideline and throughout games. But hopefully we get him out there soon, and we can get a few weeks of work as we go into the season.
Patrick, 1 pass, 1 yard, 1 touchdown in the first game. Did you get done what you wanted to in that game for the short amount of time you're in?
Yeah. I mean, other than that, like I said, I always like to get hit, not hit hard, but I like to get touched, and I didn't get touched, which is a good thing for the offensive line, obviously. But I want to get like pushed, like softly pushed, just one time to let you know that I can get hit. Chris does it at practice, but other than that, like maybe someone else on another team doing it.
I'm assuming you knew that Travis took pictures with snakes and alligators before we did too, but we saw these photographs yesterday. What did you think of those? Are you going to be down for a photo shoot with something like that ever in your life?
I'm 100% not. Like even like in the Everglades, just in general, like it's not my spot. Like I'm not a big alligator. Like I'm in Texas. If you get an alligator out there, it's like you shut the city down. So it's like, but the pictures turned out great. He said I can borrow some outfits for game days, so I plan on getting those and see what I can look like with those outfits on. The fur, maybe like he had those big boots with that trench coat looking thing. I thought that might be good for a away game, maybe in Denver or something. Yeah, something like that.
Thanks, Patrick.